Hey, Ronnie C. back at you again. Let me ask you a question. Do you know how good you are? Do you? Really? Okay. What I want you to do right now on that sheet of paper I told you to have in front of you, I want you to write some things down. I want you to write down the number of people you speak to over the course of a month. How many opportunities do you get to sell your product or service? Do you speak to 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, whatever it is? Write that number down. How many people do you go belly to belly, face to face with? Now, when you go belly to belly, face to face, do you take time to explore and find out about them? How good are you at that? How good are you at drawing them out? How good are you asking the right kind of open-ended questions and the appropriate closed-ended questions when needed? How good are you at that? How well do you close? Do you know what your closing percentage is? All right, let's say that you spoke to 20 people in the course of the last month. 20 individuals, 20 homeowners, 20 whoever. You spoke to 20. You had 20 good leads. You went to those 20, you spoke to them, you gave them your pitch. How many did you sell? Think about that. Did you sell 1, 2, 5, 10? What did you sell? Well, 10, you're going to be a 50% closer. Not likely you're going to be that good. I'd love you to be a 50% closer, but realistically, you're probably going to be somewhere in the 25 to 35% range, maybe as high as 40%. And you could get better, don't get me wrong, but if you tell me you sell 100%, you know what I'm going to tell you? You're full of it. Nobody sells 100%. It can't happen. It does not happen. You are going to have a failure percentage, but your failure percentage is going to give you the stamina and the enthusiasm to do better next time. When you go into a sales situation, and let's say you don't make the sale, do you think about it? On the way back to the office, on the way home, do you psychoanalyze what you did, what you said, what you presented, how you acted? Did you talk to the individuals face to face, eye to eye? What did you do? How good are you? Do you know right now your closing percentage? If I said to you, how good are you in terms of closing, do you know that number right now? Do you know right now how many people you've spoken to this month? Of the ones you've spoken to, do you know how many you presented your product to? Sometimes we meet or greet a customer, we spend a little time with them, you might say doing the small talk, getting a little bit of a relationship started, but you never get into the product presentation and selection. You kind of bypass that because they don't let you get that far. So you got to know how good you are. When they call you, when you contact them and you get an appointment and you go out to that business, that home, when you go there, they have invited you. I'm going to tell you right now, you want to be good? Don't cold call. Cold calling is a useless effort. When you go out and bang doors and make cold call phone calls, they are worthless, my friends, worthless. You have got to have a scheduled bona fide appointment. Now you can start tracking how good you are. You need to know that. Because when you know how good you are, you can tweak it up. Here's what I want you to do. How good are you? Draw a circle, big circle. In the middle, put a hub, like a bicycle hub. On that hub, write you. On those spokes that you're going to put in that wheel, I want you to write various things down. For example, how am I at closing? How am I at prospecting? How am I at product presentation? How am I at overcoming objections? How am I at follow-up? How am I at customer enthusiasm? I want you to put down what you think are the requirements you need to do your job. And then what I want you to do is be blatantly honest with yourself. Because if you lie, who are you lying to? You're lying to you. You're going to cheat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. If you want to really know how good you are, draw that diagram, put it on paper, and on each of those spokes, let's say on closing, you say to yourself, you know, I'm a 6. I'm a good solid 6. Is there room for improvement there? Absolutely. You're not going to close everybody, but you can be better. Closing's the key, but you got to be honest at that point. Now you take those, whatever it may be, you may have 5, 10, 15, whatever number of spokes you have, rate every single one of your abilities and your skills and your requirements, and put a point at which point you think you're at. Am I a 3? Am I a 7? Am I a 5? Am I a 10? Then what I want you to do is go back to that wheel and connect those dots. If that wheel is not round and true, you're going down a bumpy road, my friends. It's a bumpy road. That'll give you direction on the areas you need to look at to improve. If you say to yourself, you know what, I'm really not that good of a prospector. I have weak telephone skills. Let's say telephone skills is your weakest part. Well, let's face it. How many of you, including me, how many of you like to pick up the phone and dial for dollars and get rejected time after time after time again? I don't like it. After a while, you lose your steam, don't you? You lose your motivation. But you know what? Think about this. Let's say that you're a 30% closer. That's probably pretty decent, right? 30%? I'd take it. Let's say you're 30%. That means you speak to 10 people and you sell how many? 3. What happened to the 7 you didn't sell? Aha. There's the magic. There's the magic. You have 7 people you didn't sell, 3 you sold. What that tells you is every time I speak to 10 people, I sell 3. Now take those 3 people and put down how much you make per job you get, per installation, per sale. Do you make 200, 500, 1,000, whatever it is? Let's say, round number, you make $1,000 commission on those 3 sales. That's $3,000, right? Okay, how much do you want to make for the month? You want to make 7, 8, 10, 12? See, if you do the math and you do the division and multiplication, you can know exactly how many people I have to speak to make my number. Do you want to make 7 grand, 8 grand, 10 grand, whatever it is? Do the math and get yourself in the number of people, in front of the number of people that figuring puts you at. If that means you got to speak to 30, put yourself in front of 30. If you get in front of 30 people and now you're going to sell 9 of them at $1,000 each, that's $9,000. Was that your goal? Guess what? You're there. But you have to have a goal. And you have to know where you're at right now, right at this very second. How good are you? Where are you right now financially? What have you made for the month? Right now, we're mid-month. Half the month is through. Where are you? Did you have a goal for 5,000, 10,000, 15,000? If your goal was 5,000, you better damn well be at 2,500 right now, right? If you're not, you're going to be playing catch-up. And you know what happens when you play catch-up? You get sloppy and you get lazy. Know how good you are. Track everything. Track your closing percentages. Track your presentation percentages. Track how well you overcome objections. Listen to how many objections you get over and over again. Maybe you're going to hear the same objection. If you hear that same objection, that means you got to work something out to overcome it, right? Makes sense. To me, that makes sense. All we're looking to do with these modules, all we're looking to do with these improvement processes is to put you in a position to be better. Once you know how good you are, you can chart your course for success. Hey guys, until we meet or speak, make it a great day. Go out and be a winner. Have a wonderful day. Ronnie C.